Hey guys, Steve here again. This is the third video in this short little series of workouts. I'm gonna give you another sample routine. This one will be a little bit more advanced than the other two. So I guess we could call this like a progression of the other two workouts. Some similar exercises, but they'll just be a little bit more challenging. So. With that, we have 6 exercises again here, and I'm going to show you a couple of different progressions of exercises this time. So we'll go into a little bit more detail on how we challenge people as they get a little bit stronger and a little bit more advanced here in the gym. So let's get into these exercises. So the first one is going to be a reverse lunge or backward lunge. Lunging is a very important movement pattern, and reverse lunges are a great option because it lets us work on balance, and also backward lunges tend to be a little bit easier on the knees than forward stepping lunges and walking lunges and things of that nature. So reverse lunge, I'm going to start upright, I'm going to step one leg back, keep good posture, and then come back forward. So I want to do this on both sides, so maybe I can do some reps here on one side, and then I'll switch legs to the other side. I could also try lunging and pulling my knee up and through, which is going to challenge my balance a little bit more. Or I could also grab a couple of dumbbells, and maybe I'm somebody who has no problem doing body weight lunges, so I'm going to grab a little bit of external load here, add some weight to it, and we can try a dumbbell loaded backward lunge. Okay, so again, the number of reps that you do, number of sets is going to depend on the person. Just giving you some ideas of exercise variations. Next up, we'll go to a barbell row. So previously we talked about rowing movements, pulling movements being important, and hinging movements being important. And here we combine a hinge with a row. So we got a barbell. This is a pretty lightweight for me here, but just showing you the exercise so you know how to perform it properly. I'm gonna execute a hip hinge, so keep good posture, slight bend in the knees, let my hips hinge, and then I'm gonna pull right into my belly button, pull the shoulder blades back, engage the back muscles, and we're doing some barbell rows. Or you can think of it as a hinge and a row. Okay. Next up, still on the topic of hip hinges, we're gonna do a more challenging variation of a hinge, which is a single leg RDL, single leg Romanian deadlift is what that stands for, or a single leg hip hinge, you could call it. So this one, I'll find some floor space to work with. Now I'm gonna be on one leg, the knee is not bent, the knee is not locked, it's slightly bent. And then I'm gonna hinge with just one leg, go down nice and slow, try to keep my balance, stabilize, engage my glutes as I come up. So we're doing a single leg hip hinge. Much more challenging variation of a hinge than our normal hip hinge. If I wanted to try this exercise, but it's a little too challenging, I could perhaps maybe keep some support nearby just in case I need to feel a little bit more comfortable. I can have this nearby so I could kind of tap this for support if I need it. So it's just an idea. Maybe you can do this near a wall or something. We oftentimes will have people do this next to a wall so that they have that for support if they want it. Next up, we'll go to some push-ups. So let's say, for example, the client I'm working with or the individual doing this workout has a hard time doing push-ups off the floor, so we want to go to a slightly easier modification. So we can do push-ups off a bench, inclining the body slightly, which makes the push-up a little bit easier to perform. Lower the chest down and push up. You want to put your chest right between your hands and push up. So there's some bench push-ups. And then moving on, we got 2 exercises on the floor here. So in previous videos, we did some glute bridge exercises where we lay on our back and we practice raising our hips using our glutes and hamstrings. And this is an exercise using a suspension trainer that is much more challenging but works the same muscle groups. I'm gonna drop my heels into these foot cradles, get my body situated so my feet are right underneath the suspension trainer. And these are quite challenging. Those of you that come to Boomer Fitness and have tried this, you probably love this exercise because you really feel the burn. Just kidding, you probably hate me for having you do these, but I'm gonna show you, for those that haven't seen how to do this, we're gonna raise our hips, engage the glutes, and then just holding this here, I can feel a pretty good contraction in my hamstrings. They're really loaded up to hold this position. To make it a little more challenging, I could add a leg curl, but make sure that when you curl your legs, you keep your hips up. Don't let your hips drop too much. You want to do this movement with your hips extended up, and keep extending your hips up as you curl your legs, and just try holding this position. I can really feel my hamstrings working really hard here. A little bit of glutes here as well too. So that's a TRX or suspension trainer leg curl. And then in the last workout video, we looked at a side plank, which we're laying on our side and working on core stability. And here's a more challenging variation of a side plank. So I'm gonna lay on my side, got my elbow on the floor. In the last video, we did it on our knees, which is a little bit easier, but here I'm gonna do a full version where my legs are extended, stack my feet on top of each other, push myself up into a side plank, good posture, stabilize, and if I can also add a rotation to the side plank where I rotate through, reach underneath my body, open all the way up, and this is a nice, challenging variation of a side plank that you can build yourself up to if you find that you've gotten better at doing side planks and they're not really challenging anymore. So there we have it. There's a slightly more advanced full body workout for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to maybe seeing some of you guys at the gym so you can try these exercises with us. All right, see ya.
I would love to hear what you liked best about this video. So down below, you'll see a comment section. Just leave your comments, and I want to thank you so much for the comments you've been leaving me over the months, and I've been getting back to filling those out. Also down below in the description box, you'll see a link, and in that description box with that link, you want to click it, and it's going to take you to another page where you're going to get 4 free workouts. To get those 4 free workouts, you just have to enter your email address. So go down below, click the link, and we're going to get you those workouts right away by entering your email address. Also, down below, make sure you click the subscribe button so you get updated when we release all this great content. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you so much for your comments. Go get your free workouts, and you guys make it a great day.